whole cup of coffee. Left it there. Oh, my phone.
And once I was, we are being wiped off the face of this earth at an extremely alarming rate. And even more alarming is the fact that we are not fighting back. Brothers, sisters, nigga. When I say nigga, it's not the nigga that we're prone to fear. It is not the nigga that we say is into that no meaning, but the thing. It leaves never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Niggas, what are we going to do?
Hey, what happened, sis? Raymond.
Fight or die if we must. Die. Like this. For the best, the lower classes, what you left out, jobs for getting better living, but we were kept out. Hate to feel inferior, but we're superior. Breaks the chains with our brains that are inferior. But it's a beat to a black that cleanser.
Bring me in some comrade, bring me in.
Proclamation, please. We can just say that the same mission. These are lives of all things. All they know is trust when the government gets it. Running through our and killing the human. The war on trust is a war on free. And yet, they take to the home of the free. You ask me, it's all about a prophecy. The Constitution, there was on the block.
Yes, you can't know the damn Constitution.
And no one's gonna like one prophet, but it's wrong. So what we're learning something, so get up. It's time to start taking bills, and I'm fed up. We gotta start keeping children. The make you be all that they want to be. It's much more to life than just prophecy. This is definitely words with America, 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 America. I charge you with the crime of rape, murder, and assault for suppressing and punishing my people. I charge you with robbery for robbing me of my history. I charge you with false imprisonment for keeping me trapped in the process. And the jury finds you guilty on all accounts. And you have to serve the consequences for your evil schemes.
Bring me in, bring me in.
Any more evidence? Brought to wisdom, based upon the strength of the nation, call them the enemy, all with education.
I know on the board, they that two part, they can't, man. They can't focus. I know it. Everybody's smooth tonight, damn.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
I shine as a reminder of what you've done to my people for 400
You are now in the host queue.
years. You should be scared. You should be running. You should be trying to stop it. Huh? But you cannot escape fate. When it's my turn to come, just as you rose, you will fall. By my hand. From me. You reap what you sow. Apocalypse. American flag.
Here's up, eyes open, fist. Here's up, eyes open, fist clench. Y'all know this is how we do this. Get locked and loaded for another episode of Free MR Radio. Spirit of making history, taking history, and taking history, though. You know what I'm saying? My brother, I'm on the radio. I'm on live right now. Tell Cortez to call in. I'm live. Okay, I know I got to start back over because y'all can't hear me on Instagram. Okay. Okay, let's try this one more time. Heads up, eyes open, and fist clench. Y'all know what this is and how we do this, y'all. Let's get locked and loaded for another episode of Free MR Radio here, Intellectual Radio. November 1st. It's the first of the month. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's the first of the month, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We on the countdown also for International Revolutionary Day. December the 4th, 2023. Will you be? December the 4th, 2023. With the thing, we done changed the theme a few times, but we still locked and loaded for December the 4th, y'all. Let's get ready, y'all, in the spirit again. If y'all can't take a pause for the calls, open those front doors, back windows, and let them know what time it is. It's a little cold outside. But again, myself included, we got a little spoiled last week with that weather, y'all. So the breeze is coming in. We're talking about internationalism last week. A lot of the international contradictions happening throughout the world. Got a case. Fast forward to the day. We're gonna do some traveling, y'all. So we always do. What's happening down in Jackson, Mississippi? Again, Jackson, Mississippi. I think his brother's name is Tate. Make sure I get the correct name, Tate. Last name was Tate. Help me out, listeners, viewers, the first name. Brother, his mother had been looking for him for quite some time. My brother trustee in the building. Trustee Miguel Jones, Free MR, right back at you. Yes, indeed. Love and respect. Yes, indeed. I see Cortez in touchdown with us, Mother Conrad in touchdown with us. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We are live on Facebook. We're live on Blog Talk Radio. We got the case of Mississippi, and we know some calls now from Mississippi in regards to this case. The brother, his mother reported him missing. And lo and behold, they found out later on that the police in Jackson, Mississippi, supposed to hit him. They claimed they didn't know the unidentified body. They didn't know who it was. They buried him in what they refer to as a pauper's grave, a pauper's grave site. So there's been a lot of stuff about that. So we're gonna talk about what's the status with that. Again, Jackson, Mississippi, case of Tate, a brother named Tate down now. I can't recall his first name right now. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna build up about 5-10 minutes, Brother Cortez. Yeah, about 5 to yeah. Then we go. Also, we want to talk about the politics of what's going on about this discussion and everything. I kind of touched on this. Well, we kind of more in depth on this last week. Any discussion we have, you got to put in this correct political context. And the deal is, the dynamics of race cannot be negated like at any conversation. It's like even in the movie industry, if you say a character, just say the man drank some coffee, automatically it's a given that it's a white man unless you differentiate that he's one white. That's the politics that we embrace, how subliminal things and how things you may take for granted, how it's implemented and implied in so many different dynamics. We talk about even this climate now. We intentionally put up a lot of the maps of the Congo. You know what I'm saying? The countries that occur in Africa and throughout the diaspora, Haiti and other places. And when things happen, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, even within our own communities, we see it as normal or don't see a contradiction with it until, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's even, you look at different climates, you know what I'm saying, different revolutionary periods. You can put it in contrast to what was going on throughout the world, like even with the American Revolution. It was said that one of those enslaved on the plantation, they had heard Patrick Henry, those in America when he's fighting against the crown of England. They said it was a thing that say he heard them say, "Give me liberty or give me death." He said, "Man, I can relate to that," you know. And you can look and fast forward to cases like in Vietnam, different world crisis. The Black community in particular, were able to heighten the contradiction and say, wait a minute, now we can talk about, we've been talking to the vanguard or certain revolutionary forces that have been talking about it, but the masses can relate and say, whoa, wait a minute. So you say it's wrong for political prisoners, you know, assassinations. So this is a period in time right now, you know, where the contradictions are being heightened. When you see, and I say contradictions being heightened, stuff that you may dismiss, that's just the way it goes, because this ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? You told me these discussions that people have been having in different parts of the world quite some time. A lot of times people get caught in this, one of the characteristics or trappings of being colonized is subjectivity. You say, well, I'm in my own world. I don't see what, as long as it ain't bothering me, so on and so forth. Then it comes to a point where stuff is forced to at your front door. You have to acknowledge it. Even the dynamics of discussion about mass shootings. You look at even the politics of it. Let's say the politics of it. You can say, okay, well, in Maine, what part of the country this was in? Was it Oregon? And the individual who they said posed shot 18 people in Maine. Even the media coverage before even capturing him, it was already an assessment saying he was mentally ill, and an assessment already, and then they only say he died from self-inflicted wound, as opposed like right into Chicago, right on the west side of Chicago, 13th and Pulaski. In a case, I think 3 nights ago, 18 people were shot, and not copping no pleas for the individual, but the thought of the discussion of mental illness never came into the equation. And a lot of times you can look at, like I tell people, like characteristics of the colonized community or oppressed community, you're impacted by whoever colonized you. Like for example, we talk about like in Brazil, it's the drum, the dance, that's still reflected because the Portuguese had never outlawed the drum. And you know what I'm saying? You can even see certain dynamics even to this day in New Orleans, in Louisiana, from the prior colonizers to the Americas, the French. The French had colonized initially. You know what I'm saying? So you can see different impact. And like in Chicago, we talk about like the structure. We are impacted by the Dailies, the Capones, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So even when you see certain dynamics happening in certain communities, you see it being, like I say, white people talking mass shootings or whatever, you can see the trickle down impact that goes down in our respective community. But the deal is, a lot of times, cats, they come in and they negate that question of race. I use an example like Lawrence Fishburne's daughter. Her thing was, she said, "Whoa, the Kardashians, they making it. They could do a sex tape with Ray J, whatever. They blowing up, but you see it don't happen. They ain't the same MO with black people though. You know what I'm saying? She's seen it didn't happen. So we alive with Derek on Freedom Radio. I want y'all to pull over, take a call, pause for the calls. 929-477-3785 and press 1. Sister Conrad, we any callers in queue?
Chairman, we have callers 773-673 Fremont.
Fremont, welcome to Fremont Radio. This is, by the way, y'all, this is a miswhack. This is a miswhack, a chew stick, African chew stick. Somebody said, why you chewing your pen all the time? Again, this is a miswhack. In Africa, they would even use it to clean their teeth. This is, again, a miswhack chew stick. Forgive me, caller. Welcome to Fremont Radio.
Yeah, this Pastor Wilson.
Pastor Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Fremont Radio.
It's a blessing. I just want to share a little information on what's going on with the migrant and the history of the city of Chicago, and why we have to be real serious about this movement of restraining these things from happening, because they're after our children, they're after our women, it'll be kidnapping.
For the benefit of those, cut that out. For the benefit of those who it's your first time calling in, Pastor, could you give us a little background who you are? And forgive me, I'm putting the phone close to the microphone. People can hear what you're saying. The background, give the background who you are. I don't know why my phone's so low. Thank you.
I grew up on the south side in the hundreds. I was involved in street gangs. I was also in the streets. I sold dope. I got high. I became a junkie, a dope fiend. I went to the treatment center, Haymarket House. I went there. After that, my life changed totally. I became a substance abuse counselor. I was a counselor for about 4 or 5 years. After that, 2011, I started my ministry. I became a full-time pastor about 2012. I had my own church. So I had the best of both worlds, thanks to the Lord.
I'm delivered. I'm an advocate for the people. I'm an activist. Also, I believe in the 12 tribes of Israel. I believe we the final and chosen tribe of Judah. I believe that this is a very important time right now that we must unite and find out who God is to us, so He can give us that power we need to overcome everything that's going on this earth. And right now, it's a genocide against the young black men. I don't know if you heard it on YouTube or Facebook. There was a Jewish lady talking, a Caucasian European Jewish lady talking about the trouble we have in America is the black young Jews. So now they are admitting that we are Jews. Now you got your enemy telling you who you are. So it's time for you to really take notice to what is being said. Your enemy is exposing himself and telling you who you are. Now you become a problem. Why? Because they found out the truth. And so right now we have some things going on tomorrow around 12 noon. I'll be on 115th and Halton, that's the road in the Morgan Yard area. We'll be protesting that. They was trying to put some tents up. The mayor, they signed the paper, the council signed the paper, but we're not going to stand for it. We don't stand up. We got to park cars in a lot, and we got to sit out there. They're not going to build. We're going to put an injunction for a restraining order. But I just need like-minded people to come out. It's tomorrow at 12 noon. WGN, Channel 7, Channel 2, and Channel 5 News will be there, and I think Telemundo will be there also. So I'm just asking if anyone stands in the 21st ward, it don't even matter. It don't even matter if you stand in the 21st ward. This is about a genocide thing towards people that look like you and me, and I need you all to get on board. I'm not racist. I believe God loves all those, and I believe God loves those that love Him. But I do understand the genocide between the people. I know how to come off the spiritual throne and come down on a level to support my people, because I'm still a part of a physical race, whether I want to accept it or not, even though I'm born of the spirit. And I think that's a lot of things most powerful don't understand, that we still got to stand for our culture and who we are as Hebrew Israelites and indigenous people and Aboriginals. So I'm fully aware of what's going on, but I just need like-minded people like you, Fred Chairman, to help me, do things like that. And like-minded, I'll help you as well. So I just want to share that information. So thanks for having me on, having me share.
No problem. You have any contact information? You want to give you feel free to give out your contact information?
Yeah, you can contact me. My email is swordlord46@gmail.com.
Oh, damn.
It's SWORD46@gmail.com. And my cell is 773-673-0772.
Well, one more time for those just tuning in.
Okay, again, my name is Apostle Wilson. My email address is swordlord46@gmail.com. My cell number is 773-673-0772. If anyone contact me on this show, just remind me of where you met me at, and I'll return the call or the email as soon as possible.
Appreciate it. This is a first time call. Don't let this be your last time calling in, brother. You know,
I love to share. I love to come and share really the insight and information that I get even from the Lord, what He revealed to me in my dreams and visions. I share some of those things, and He's just trying to wake us up and want us to come from among this system. This system was never designed for us, period. And so we don't need another we don't need another Republican or another Democrat. We need to start our own government. It's time for us to self-govern ourselves. Even though we have to put certain people in office right now that don't benefit it. And we got to be wise when we have our vote. Just because you see black skin don't mean it's the right skin. So we got to study people all about money in themselves. And so we just got to really do our research on people. We got to do our research on people. We got to spend time with studying people. Like a lot of people was against Donald Trump, but Donald Trump did way better than what Biden did. We really want to look at it. And see, we got to get out of that state of mind looking at color, being racist, and being hatred and all that, because we can't see, because it blinds us from the truth. So if you look at our economy right now, the border is open. This is another thing, too, I want to share, that 400 years of slavery was up in 2020. So that means they have to let go of the slaves, which is the Aboriginal and the indigenous people, which is us, who are the rightful owners of this land. So they know they got to get a land back. They just ain't tell you that. So they let everybody come across. So it's like, it's like freelancing. And see, if we don't understand this and continue to do our research and find out how to take our land back and how to get our original citizenship back, then we can kick them off our land. Because the United States of America is not but a 10-mile radius corporation that's forming on our land. But when we label ourselves as Afro-American or Black American, then we say we're children of a slave, and there's no such citizen. See, either you're indigenous or aboriginal, and that's a real citizenship. This is why the other Indian people come over, they get Dunkin' Donuts, and they build a lot of restaurants and a lot of stores. Why? Because they got their real citizenship, and we are a part of their tribe. But there was some racist Indians. There's a whole lot I can go into about that. So I have to really go in depth to explain it. I know we don't have that much time. So I'm just going to say this, but I'm looking forward to coming back on, brother, and sharing my insight on a lot of things I know. And soon I get down my church information. We're looking for another building right now because I tell it like it is. You know, I don't sugarcoat the word or nothing like that. I tell it like it is, and what you see is what you get of me. You know, so I believe that it's more, and I'm one of the only pastors standing up against this. So this should tell you something, and a lot of them have sold out for that money, that blood money. That same money that made us get, the same money all these politicians get, that federal money, that government money, is blood money. So all the pastors sold out for the blood money. And it's a shame, but you know, I love God for real, so, and I love my people, and I love humanity, and I love other people, but we got to start putting ourselves first, our people first, and I'm so tired of people look like me just selling out. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They sell out for a few peanuts, and then they keep their own people suffering. When I look at you, I look at me. So if I don't want to suffer, I don't want you to suffer. But you know what? I'd rather suffer with you than not to suffer and watch you suffer. Because when I see you, I see me. That's where I'm at with that. So it's a blessing. And you know, next time, let me know when you're coming on, and I'll sure tune in and share what I know about what's going on.
Right on. Right on. So stay tuned. Stay right on. We'll keep you posted. I see Brother Randall McFarland just tapped in. Fremont, Jerry Cruz, East Coast in the building. Oakland. I see. I know I got the word. I'm supposed to be in Oakland. First of all, we have international listening audience. So, brother, Pastor, you get the world is listening right now. We got listeners all over the world listening right now. I was supposed to be in Oakland for the birth, the acknowledgement of 57 years of the Black Panther Party. They pulled all type of stunts, and we're working on now. A lot of people say, "What happened to you, champ? Thought you was coming that way." Might get that way for the celebration for the Tupac street sign. I just got word. I tell you, I live on a suitcase. I come in. I don't even want to be. Somebody calls, "Champ, you know, tell me he's out of town." They called my mother. She said, my mother said, she seen the news. I was out of town. I don't even know where I'm going to be at tomorrow. But I just got word. They trying to get me up there for the Tupac street sign celebration. Comrade, Secretary, Councilwoman Carol Fife, they implemented this. They called for the streets to be named in honor of Tupac. I said, what Tupac got to do with Oakland? But Tupac, you know what I'm saying, he got some history in Oakland. We got history in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? The Oakland, again, the birthplace of the Black Panther Party. Man, that is geographically speaking, a small location with a political giant, y'all. So that's happening in Oakland this weekend, is the January 3rd. Also, I want to shout out to all the forces that came through the event for the youngsters yesterday at the Inglewood Center. Just for Nicholas Lee, the Cubs. So, I mean, countless. I don't know. I forgive me, y'all, if I forget to mention some names. People that came out, them youngsters. You know what I'm saying? That we try to get some forces out there to make sure everything was good. Good with the youngsters. So it turned out good. So give a shout out to everybody who participated in that. That's last night. A couple more things we'll put out. But we moving and grooving, y'all. Spirit of making history, taking history, and taping history. I just got this. So again, I keep y'all posted. I just got this word a couple of hours ago. They working on bouncing me out their way, you know, in Oakland for this event. I keep y'all posted. We'll keep y'all posted. Fremont Radio, ain't no, we still ride. Ain't no commercial breaks. We have any callers in queue.
Free them all, Brother Chairman. We got Brother Cortez Rice on the line. Free them all.
Fremont's comrade. Fremont, Cortez, my brother Cortez Rice. Welcome to Fremont Radio. Hey, before you come on, I need to also this one. Tomorrow. Oh man, I can't believe. I'm on Fremont Radio right now. I'm gonna go on Fremont Radio. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Okay. Now I got to start over again. Instagram, can y'all hear me? 1 second.
No, I already know what you're about to do, Chairman. I got you.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. Let me see for you, but let me make sure Instagram can still hear me first. Can y'all hear me? Because I want to make sure they can hear you too. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? Because the problem is, once you call on the phone, that plus the volume up on Instagram, audio is lost. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Okay. We're gonna start. Okay. My brother, welcome to Fremont Radio. For those who may not, just happen to be first time listeners, give us a background, give us a background who we have here. And I mean, you've been on the show. Ain't gonna be on here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't feel so many and going hit the street so many cases. So it could be a number of reasons why you on here, ranging from addressing other cases. You know what I'm saying? Contradictions. Duty calls. We got to roll. But today, in particular, you being on here, I would give us a little background. You know what I'm saying? Who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I heard about this. It hit me. I said, "Damn, these mass shootings and stuff." And I said, ironically, we just came back. This past August 30th, the street sign at the time was ironic. But without, I'm gonna let you break the ice with it, just in case for those who may not be familiar who you are, and why in particular today you be on the show. You know what I'm saying? Again, we tag team on so many reasons, but today in particular, why let people know the relationship with this subject matter while we have you here.
Indeed, free them all.
Free them all.
All power to the people. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters, our kings and queens out there. I'm Cortez Rice. I'm a civil rights activist from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I stand in solidarity with a lot of families and our communities across the nation who's been impacted by police brutality, gun violence, and/or racism, because it's all wrapped up in one. And this particular situation, what Chairman is addressing is my son, Jamari Rice. I'm also the father of Jamari Rice. February 1st, 2022, he was Jamari Rice, 15 years old, and he was murdered at school. It's technically classified as a mass shooting, but since 3 people didn't die, they didn't classify it as that. My son was murdered right there on school grounds. Another young man was shot in the back and is still in critical condition from last year. And the guys have fired numerous times in the direction of the school, in the direction of one of the boys that took off running when this incident happened. I am pushing for legislative changes, not only in my community, but nationwide. Increase the harsher penalties for school grounds and school bus violence. In particular, put metal detectors in the school to make sure that we keep our kids safe. And some other legislation as well, alongside with the city of Richfield, Minnesota, working with the legislation with the red tape that they put out. As far as anybody who has experienced this, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. My continuous prayers going out to the families who has been impacted by police brutality, gun violence, and the racism. But more importantly, what we're talking about on this subject right now, with this mass shooting that's going on across the world. There's so much hatred going on out here and spread out here that I don't even think a lot of people even know how to love anymore. And this is the message that we have to spread toward to one another, to our brothers and sisters in our commonwealth that's out there. We can't sit up there and sweat the small shit. It's all small shit. You know what I mean? It's bigger stuff to be worried about. Especially, as far as some laws and some legislation as far as protecting Black and brown bodies in the United States. We have bigger fish to fry. I'm always talking about actionable items. Just as well as my brother Chairman Fred was saying and addressing him. Excuse me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Black Lives Matter Chicago, Rainbow Push Coalition, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., Ceasefire, and Justice for Joseph, Intersect School Student Advocacy Group will be in Chicago, Illinois, tomorrow, Thursday, November 2nd, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. To continue to spread the awareness and the message, sending the solidarity with Abner Joseph family. Justice for Abner Joseph, who was murdered September 14th. He was a good brother, a good Black man, and he always looked out for our kids. He was just a principal. It will be a peaceful protest about who Abner was, to spread the awareness of his murder, where he was actually executed in his own apartment complex, or his own condo, we should say, by one of his neighbors. This location for tomorrow's event will be 6060 East Monroe Street. That's Chicago, Illinois. I believe that is 60603 or 80803. I think it's 60603. Again, we standing in solidarity with Justice for Abner Joseph family. November 8th, Tanika Shannon, Fred Cox mom, Fred Cox, was murdered by High Point, North Carolina, back in 2020. It will mark his third year in University, standing in solidarity with her in High Point, North Carolina, and that's November 8th. I had another one more right quick. We must continue to spread the message and share each other's stories, because it's not just my story, but it's all of ours. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Sorry. Okay, and so standing in solidarity with I got this from my good sister Amity Dimmick, Kobe Heiser mother, who was murdered. Kobe Heiser was murdered in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. But she has requested that it's an actionable item. We must email and share to network to Autopsy Initiative and Know Your Rights Camp.com, which is Colin Kaepernick's organization. There was recently discovered 200 bodies from the Colorado funeral home have been were improperly stored at a southern Colorado facility. And Christina Page, one of her sons, was one of them bodies. They actually told her she had David Page cremated, or she thought she had him cremated, and they actually gave her the wrong remains to
somebody else, and her son, who was killed by Colorado Police Department, was still at this funeral home. So we must, I'm asking everybody to continue to share David Page's story, Fred Cox's story, and also the lives who has been, like I said, in families who have been impacted by police brutality, gun violence, and racism. There is the call to action again is to email autopsy initiative at knowyourrightscamp.com. Again, that's Colin Kaepernick's organization, Autopsy Initiative, to help Christina Page get her son David's remains. She was just notified by the FBI that her son, amongst hundreds of bodies that had been ignored and left in a funeral home, she was given his ashes, but apparently it was not him. This is urgent, and we asked if you were in this position, what would you do? I posted it on my Facebook page under Cortez Rice. You can even look under Emily Dimmick, who is the mother of Kobe Heisler, as well. And again, I thank everybody for taking the time and standing in solidarity with Chairman and the Black and the Cubs Party, the Black Panther Party Cubs. And everybody that's doing the work, man. It's so much work to be done out here, yo. It ain't like Big J say, no big eyes, whether you leave the egos at the door, and let's get to it.
Right on. You gave us a lot of information. There's a lot of information. I hope.
I'm sorry.
No, never that. No. I'm glad you did. No, we're glad you did. I'm just going to rehash a couple of them tomorrow. That the brother, what's the brother's name again? That was the principal that was murdered down.
Justice for Abner Joseph.
Abner Joseph.
Again, he was executed September 14th in his own condo in Chicago, Illinois. And like I said, Chairman Fred will be there. The Black Lives Matter Chicago, Rainbow Bush Coalition, Ceasefire, and the family and students from his students from his schools and other schools that he had assisted the principal job with and educating our kids.
It's kind of eerie.
Like I said, I'm standing solidarity with the family.
Okay, there's some similarities with that case. For those who are not familiar with the case, that case happened with Botham Jean. What's his name? The guy, one of the white police that came and killed him in his own apartment. Was it Jean Botham? Was in Texas. Come on. Yeah, Botham Jean. It's like some eerie similarities even with that case. This case of Abner, brother, who the family coming in his own apartment complex. Y'all can check that case out. The case out, and the white dude.
The guy that murdered and executed Abner Joseph is not being held responsible. Held accountable for his actions.
The old white dude.
Free right now.
Yeah. It's like some.
Free right now. So we definitely got to put that pressure on the city of Chicago and the officials, and more importantly, let's get this dude charged, convicted. And get some type of accountability and justice for the family and justice for Abner Joseph.
Right on. I think Big Jake just left here now. We made me and Justin Blake. We made a few moves. It was just here recently. It's my brother, man, big brother, man. Something else. Let me ask you, okay, like again, just a few of these subjects. Just even the what do you say, like, even guys, like, he throw these terms out, not telling these, it be catchphrases, people throw out terms like mass shootings, so on and so forth. And some people have like a reactionary response, was just if there was no guns in the community, all the crime would stop, so on and so forth. I know it could be an emotional issue. What's your take? Like, we hear about these situations, like, what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people just like negate, like so many situations, it negates the other dynamics, whether it be the root causes or what's happening, and a lot of people just say, okay, that's the gun. What's your take on that? Like, people just say, okay, it's just I mean, all the contradictions, like even they view in schools now, you know what I'm saying? And the security question is what, you know what I'm saying, because your son how old was your son again?
Jamari Rice was 15 years old when he was murdered and executed on school grounds.
He's on school grounds.
Coming out for lunch.
Coming out for lunch.
Yep, coming out for lunch. We actually going through the proceedings right now with that, as far as holding the school accountable and the shooters accountable. We want to make sure that they ain't able to eat while they're in prison. One of the dudes that actually held the gun and shot my son in the face, he only was convicted. He only had to serve 3 years in the state of Minnesota. He already had a year in, and so he only got 1 more year. So he has to get out next year, and he's going to have to see us.
Well, I was at the event with a day was named in your son's honor in Minneapolis, Richfield. What's some of the impact, like some of his schoolmates, you know what I'm saying, those who went to school with him? How what's some, you know, how did this impact them? And you know what I'm saying, how what's some of the before and after scenes, even in school that your son went to? Tell us a little bit about your son. So you know what I'm saying, like, I know he's big with the football.
Yeah. So Jamari Rice was, he loved sports. You know, he was a defensive end. He was actually destined to go to the NFL. He had scholars looking at him. Recruiters looking at him and stuff like that. He only went to this alternative school. This was his second day at this alternative school.
This is his second day?
His home school was Richfield High School, where he played football out of. He had to go to Sika High School, or the alternative school, to get his grades back up so he could continue to play and go back to where he was doing.
Wow.
Like I said, this was his second day. He didn't know any of the students. He didn't know the dudes that murdered him. It's actually a bigger plot to the twist. I actually went and peacefully protested at a judge house. Judge Virginia 2 demanded cameras in the courtroom for the Dante Wright trial. For the Tim Potter trial, Justice Dante Wright. And we
definitely got to see. Definitely, we got to
got the cameras in the courtroom. And while I was being incarcerated, and I beat my case January 28th. And February 1st is when my son got murdered. When I got out and released from being held captive, there was reports saying that one of the dudes that murdered my son was related to the judge who I went and protested. So it's actually a bigger story than what a lot of people actually know as far as this case and my son and what happened. We just ask that the people continue to pray for us while we're going through these court proceedings. We have to hire private investigators to look into the relationships of these two shooters. These two mass shooters and the relationship with the judge as well. So like I said,
because they had you locked up when your son was murdered. You was locked up, correct? They for one of the protests. You had to, you know what I'm saying, they had to put pressure to get you ready to come out to attend the funeral, correct?
Yeah. So right now, in the state of Minnesota, none of the judges like me, of course, because I protested the judge. How they felt that they are untouchable. We can go protest DA houses, attorney generals, killer cop houses, and so forth, but they felt judges was untouchable, which, in their eyes, the law proves them wrong because I beat my case. Also, I just want to make sure that I say this before I forget. Right now, Daniel Cameron is running for governor right now in the state of Louisville, Kentucky. He is actually the attorney general who did not pursue the charges with the killer cops for murdering and executing Breonna Taylor in her home. He's actually trying to run for governor. So we want to make sure that we say stop Daniel Cameron, hashtag stop Daniel Cameron, get out there and vote. in all cities and all states to get the right people in the right spots to help our people, and not these people that what they say. Not all skin folks are skin folks. To Mr. Mallory said about him. So
you mentioned
want to make sure that.
You mentioned a few names, a few cases. I don't want to slip past. Like Breonna Taylor, Dante Wright. If you can, just give a basic synopsis of who these individuals are, just in case people don't know.
So Dante, standing in solidarity with all the family. Like I said, Dante Wright,
Jacob Blake also
by Kim Potter, was murdered and executed by Kim Potter April 11th. I believe it was April 11th. I could be wrong, and Mama Kate and will kick my ass for this right now. But I believe it was April 11th in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, by Kim Potter. And Breonna Taylor was executed and murdered in her own home, doing exactly what she was supposed to have been doing, going to sleep on a botch raid, and a botch warrant that was supposed to be served. And they didn't even have the right people. It was all made up, and it was all lying. Due to that fact, a young lady lost her life in her own home. And I ask everybody to pray for Tamika Palmer and the family, my fiance, Bianca Austin, because they're going through the court proceedings right now for one of the rogue officers for shooting into the apartment of Breonna Taylor as well.
Yes, indeed. We live in the record on Fremont Radio, Spirit of Making History, Taking History, and Taping History, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Again, we get to Brother Cortez Rice. Any questions? Y'all feel free to tap in, post them, call in. Anything I missed? Any more updates? Any moves we got planned? Feel free, my brother. Let us know.
So like I said, I just didn't want to forget about that because we can never forget about our loved ones. Justice for all stolen lives. But again, my son, he was a good student. He didn't do anything wrong. He was doing actually everything that he was supposed to be doing as well. And he was murdered, like I said, murdered on school grounds. And we're going through court proceedings right now with that. With the killers and holding the school accountable for their actions and for what they didn't do. A lot of the teachers said that they sat there and pretty much watched it happen. One of the teachers in the courtroom, he said that he seen it happen. He watched the whole thing. He could have done something about it, and he felt guilty, and he tried to give my son CPR after it happened. So, like I said, this is actually bigger than what people expect. I never wish this on my worst enemy. Literally, I really don't.
Yeah, man, ain't no timeline for the pain. So again, we offer our deepest, as we say, Cub and community condolences to you, your entire family, and also commend you for not missing the beat. For, what I'm saying, even dealing with your respective, pain and struggles, still hitting the pavement. What I'm saying. So don't just acknowledge that with you, my brother. Yes, indeed.
I thank everybody for tuning in and continue to tune in every Wednesday. One of the livest and realest, blackest radio shows that you will ever hear in your life. Brought to you no other than by Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. himself. And keeping the teachings to the people, and also, what I mean, just letting spreading awareness. It's so much, like I said, so much going on. I know you work with a lot of prison reform and mass incarceration and stuff like that. We need to free them all. We need to get all the brothers out of there.
Yes, indeed.
That's behind the bars right now. Political prisoners. Political prisoners being held captive. Like Chairman said, brutal terms for brutal reality.
That's right. Now we live in the record on Fremont Radio.
I think that's to my son, my story of what happened to me, but it's happening to everybody. And I ask and I urge you to please don't let it be too late for it to happen to you. is find out ways that you can help out in your community. Find out ways that you can contribute to your brothers and sisters. The brothers and sisters that's less fortunate. It's cold out here right now. You know, the old coats and them old pants and stuff y'all ain't wearing. Make sure you bring them down to the brothers and sisters that need that right now, man. Free them all, feed them all.
Free them all, feed them all, y'all. Y'all heard that loud in the river. My brother Cortez Rice, y'all. We talking about the politics of mass shootings, how, you know what I'm saying, the different dynamics in regards to race. Talking about the impact, you know what I'm saying, how close it hit home to him. You dig? And also, you know, and so many others, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it was very unfortunate, you know, like George Floyd always told me, blood don't make you family, loyalty does. And, you know, before that, my cousin Bumper was actually murdered by Minneapolis police, too. So, you know, this is happening, and, it gets too close for comfort. And you know, unfortunately, it took me a while to realize, you know what I mean? And now that I know, I won't go back. You know what I mean? I will continue to help out my people and continue to spread awareness. And I urge the people to do the same thing.
Right on. Fremont Radio, Spirit of Make History, Taking History. Stay with us. Let me know. Definitely let me know. My sister want to get in, or my big brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, the lines are open. Keep us posted, y'all. You got any more calls in queue?
Fremont, Brother Chairman, no calls in queue. Callers, if you like to come into queue, please press 1.
Fremont. So we live directly on Fremont Radio, Spirit of Make History, Taking History, y'all. We want to put a call out again to the mother of, what's his brother's name, down in Mississippi, who the police had ran him over. They said they didn't know who it was, been in the proper's grave. I need his first name also, but it's Tate is the last name. So anybody got, we're gonna put a call up for the call in too next week to follow up on that. We'll keep y'all abreast about these lot of issues we still dealing with in regards to the legacy of the Black Panther Party. It's a battle. I mean, man, constantly in defense of it. I said I was gonna take a picture of my uniform vest laying on the bed and say I gotta sleep with this, I gotta rest with this vest, man, straight up, because man, as soon as you put your guards down, the vultures are coming, you know what I'm saying? So the legacy, protected, respected, never neglected, y'all. Live and direct, y'all. It was posted coming on again on the countdown to December the 4th, International Revolutionary Day. Where will you be on 12/04/2023? Where will you be? That's the question of the day. Real talk. Any questions? Okay. No more calls. No calls in queue. That's the unofficial Minister of Transportation, Kazan in the building. So like I said, we keep y'all posted. If we look at this, if we touch down in the town, historical stomping ground, Oakland, California. Make sure y'all tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably this whatever. Even if Am said this leave out, he said it starts at 8 in the morning. So again, give me the address again, Cortez, for tomorrow. The brother Abner. And study that case, y'all. It's eerily close, like a lot of similarities in regards to that Botham Jean case. The police woman that came in and just killed him in his own apartment. There's a lot of similarities with that. And of course, we're going to be talking about these ongoing, man, it's getting it's more and more intensified in regards to what's happening. Gaza Strip, Palestine in particular, you did. And on the gate, you know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of times some people cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. Do not negate the fact that the U.S. imperialism is engaging and aiding a myriad of wars. So just don't think that what you see on TV is the only thing. So they can do more than walk and chew gum at the same time. So it's going down. Yeah, I mean, the Ukraine and Russia. So again, the media, they're sidetrackers on, who the Kardashians going to be with, who they dating, so on and so forth. But there are real international crisis that is happening right now as we speak, y'all. Again, as we speak. 60 East. Fremont, Conrad.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have Brother Justin Blake on the line.
Okay, right on. Well, the Fremont Radio, my brother.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother Fremont.
Walaikum assalam, Fremont, you as well. you are in a you. I know you.
Back to my brother Tez, you know, to get down, he's off the chain, and anybody that could go run and hide in the corner feel sad for himself. The brother didn't do that. He kept marching, he kept fighting.
Yeah.
For George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake.
Yes.
Then I'd be damned if something happened to his own son.
Man. Yeah. Yeah.
He was close to
Yeah.
unite people. How racist Martin Luther King said Chicago was.
Yeah.
And we got Abner Joseph that was shot 7 times, we believe, in his house coat. So how threatening could a black man be in his house coat in his own condominium building?
Right.
They held the man 48 hours and let him go with no charge.
Wow.
Damn that, family. You got to tell us, as African descendants in one of the most progressive cities in this nation and in the world, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
We're not satisfied. Their family's not satisfied. And, you know, it only takes a spark to blow the city up. You saw what happened with Laquan McDonald, Jacob Blake, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and everybody else. I don't know how this is evaded media the way it has. But we're going to bring it to the press. We're having a press conference that we wish you could drop in tomorrow, my dear brother, at 4 o'clock at Millennium Park. The address is 60 East. I believe, what was it? Michigan Avenue. What was the address, brother? 60 what?
60 East.
On my phone.
He just put it. Monroe. 60 East Monroe.
Monroe. 60 East Monroe. We'll be doing a press meeting conference in front of Millennium Park. The city must know how black lives are meaningless to those in power. And those in power have to remember, we put their ass there.
What's the current at 8 in the morning, brother? What's the current? Okay, you said it started at 4 p.m. Was something else going on at 8 in the morning?
They have flyers that young people are going to be handing out up and down Michigan Avenue at the beginning of the day because it's sort of the rush hour kind of thing. But we're coming in the afternoon crew with the family. Inshallah, with yourself, T.O. Hardaway, and who else has come back? Push is involved, and everybody who's somebody with some weight is coming to drop down and let people know we are not going to stand for African Americans getting shot 7 times in a back row in a building that they own.
Right.
And that, if you look at the background of this gentleman, he was a principal, a vice principal, brother.
Yeah.
This man was the type of brother we want our youngsters to grow up and be to come back and return into the community and do work.
Yeah.
And you're telling us we can't even live nice?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. This ain't going to go unanswered. By far, this is not going to go unanswered.
Right on. Now, you gave information. But
you know that?
Is it a site? Is it a Facebook? Is it a Facebook, a social media location people can come to? You know what I'm saying? Get reminded about that.
Put it on our Facebook tonight.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be shared around.
Yes, sir. Give us your Facebook again, my brother.
Justin Blake. You'll see a couple of different ones, but they're all ours. Justin Blake. And we will be posting it out so people know where to come, how to stay involved. And like Ted said, don't let it be your family. Do something before it's your family.
Yeah.
Get out here. We've been working before Little Jake. We was in Inglewood busting our ass, had our own store, bringing business and trying to bring prosperity to Inglewood way before Little Jake.
Well, you just
I don't involved to be damaged, hurt, or harmed before you get your boots on and get out in the street. Get out in the street now.
I mentioned
your community deserves it, the youth deserve it.
I mentioned Jacob Blake, your brother, our brother, but you just in case people tune in, give us a background. You know what I'm saying? On who Jacob Blake Jr. is, if you can.
So Jacob Blake Jr. Was a young man with a good raising and rearing a young man that was in his mid to late 20s when he was shot 7 times in the back. You know, young people get jobs until they find their niche and get into a career. And he was sort of at that stage deciding upon what he really wanted to do. Unfortunately, with our lives not being valued the way they should, the way they value other lives in this world, being Caucasian,
You are dangerous to a police officer as you walk away with nothing in your hand at all. You are still dangerous, so they say. And so he was shot 7 times in the back, which is a tremendous change to his life, as one would possibly imagine. But we are grateful he's still here. Him being here, period, is just a testament to standing strong.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So he's doing work. He's online with Spotify.
Yeah.
His organization, he and his brother are working on, and he tries to stay active out in the community as well as with his shorties. You know, he's got 3 shorties, and he's trying to raise them at 7, 9, I believe 10 at this point. I hope I got their numbers right.
Yeah.
But they're young people, and you want to be able to live and appreciate them, and them appreciate you doing activities with you.
Real talk.
So although he's going to do those things, he's terribly limited in doing those things, brother.
Yeah.
Because the ignorant-ass police officer being petrified in the African-American community that made him react the way he did. If they're scared, why are you coming anyway? Why are you there?
Yeah.
If you can't police safely in our community, get your ass out.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So he's doing great. Talked last week, and matter of fact, we talked a couple of days ago. His enthusiasm is always brimming high, and we know because of that, he's going to be all right.
So you're right. We live the record Freedom All Radio, man. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. All BG all the way down, brother.
I look forward to, man, like I say, I don't tell they get me out of mom. I look forward to seeing you. Get my brother, Big Jake. I love and respect. Man, yes, indeed. We love you, family. Right on.
All the way down, brother. Back at you.
Right back at you. Yes,
Much
indeed.
love.
Much love. Let me give a shout out also. I get word about this late to LA legend, Barefoot Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Angelo, also is I forget his last name, but this brother here, man, giant in a number of different ways, though, man. Just got where he passed yesterday. You know, history, he got a hell of a history of the streets, you know what I'm saying? Hell of a stand-up type of dude, man. Yeah, Barefoot Pookie, man. So, yeah, I know people say that's one of those stereotypical, like, the old hood names, but this cat, you know, he was a hell of a cat, so I'm going to give our condolences out to this brother here. Any more calls in queue, Sister Conrad? We're going to wind it down in a minute.
Yeah.
Huh?
No callers in queue.
No callers.
Callers coming to queue. No, sir.
Okay, we got that thing tomorrow.
Please press 1 if you'd like somebody to.
Uh-huh.
No, I was saying the callers press 1 if
Okay.
they'd like to
Right
come
on.
into queue.
Right on. So I'm gonna go see my marching orders. I gotta move tomorrow. Stop by. Show my face to these brothers. They cigar lounge, you know what I'm saying? What else? Another couple of moves we gotta do today. But gotta get again, we on a countdown time, man. It's moving. December the 4th, International Revolutionary Day, y'all. December the 4th, International Revolutionary Day, 2023. 54 years later, y'all. Where will you be? Where will you be at, y'all? They still trying to shoot the legacy up, so we gonna still keep our guards up, y'all. Real talk. What's the coming? With that being said, I think we'll close out early. 10 minutes early. Yeah, 10 minutes early. Make sure no calls in queue. Y'all make sure y'all repost this, get the word out again live every Wednesday. Freedom on Radio, Spirit of Making History, Taking History. We're gonna be talking about also give some more updates. What's going on in Palestine? What's going on in Ukraine? What's going on in Africa, the Congo? What's going on in Chicago and throughout the communities here? You know what I'm saying? Season the time, y'all. That being said, keep your heads up, eyes on the fist clenching. What's the call? Free them all. Let me get some Over flat. Imagine that.